What's so funny? Sorry, I'm sorry. I told myself before I started making this video, I said, Vito, this is a very serious subject. You're not allowed to laugh. Okay, this involves domestic abuse and violence. And the second I get in front of a goddamn camera, I'm laughing. Well, I'm canceled. What are you gonna do? Guys, we're talking about Marvel. Marvel, who is in a very bad place. And I guess that's why I laugh. I laugh because could anything go more wrong for these guys? Phase 4 was a disaster. The movies keep dud after dud between Thor Love and Thunder, which was trash, followed by Ant-Man 3, which was complete trash. And I kind of liked Black Panther 2, but honestly, it wasn't, where it clearly didn't get people excited for Marvel. And now we're stuck with Kang the Conqueror, who I don't get it. People keep telling me, they go, "This Jonathan Majors, he's an incredible actor." And I go, He was fine. He's fine. But I'm not excited for this villain for a number of reasons. And part of me was like, I don't know. I think they need to switch it up. Maybe they should switch it to somebody other than Kang. And so maybe this is a good thing for Marvel because they definitely have that opportunity because the great Jonathan Majors is in big trouble. You've probably already heard about it. I'm a little late to this news, but I wanted to cover it anyway. We're going to talk about what's going on with Jonathan Majors, the latest developments. Don't forget, click that button, subscribe to the channel. Now, again, Jonathan Majors just appeared in Ant-Man 3. He's essentially... he's playing Kang the Conqueror, classic Marvel villain, a villain of the Fantastic Four. We'll see if they end up showing up. And they've been gearing towards making him the big bad. He first showed up in Loki. We got a little taste there. And they're trying to make him the next Thanos. Thing is, I found Thanos a lot more interesting. I thought he actually had a connection with, Iron Man, and there was some personal stakes there, but whatever else. And he has not really come off as a great villain to me. But people keep saying they love this guy's performance and they love Jonathan Majors. I hear he was just in Creed 3, which I haven't seen, and people liked him in that. Unfortunately, this news came down over the weekend. Jonathan Majors arrested for assault, I believe, in New York City. Well, we're going to dig into that. And this is this article, let's see, the 28th. So this is just 2 days old. I'll check and see if there's any other developments. But this story has had a lot of twists and turns because when he was first arrested on assault, and let's be clear, we are a channel. Me, Vito, the rest of the Vito File Army. We're not gonna assume guilt. We don't do that here. Okay? There's always two sides to every story. He may have done something wrong. We don't know. Okay? We don't have all the details. That being said, if there is credible evidence, regardless of what it is, let's be clear, this is Marvel, this is Disney, this is, for kids. They even if he's on the right side of this thing, it's possible that if the press is bad enough, they will drop him like a rock because they don't want to be associated with it. It's just the way things go. And again, we don't know. I don't know if he's innocent. I don't know if he's guilty. Let's get what details are currently on the record. Now, Jonathan Majors, Emmy nominated for Lovecraft Country and Creed 3. I haven't seen either of those, so maybe he's great in those. I just am not loving him as Kang. Was arrested Saturday in Manhattan on misdemeanor charges of strangulation, assault, and harassment in a reported domestic dispute with his girlfriend. Charges came as a great shock to his fans, blah, 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 blah. But the charges may be the beginning of further allegations about Majors' behavior. And that's what's been interesting is I'm seeing people on Twitter, I'm seeing little rumblings, people who go, I've worked with this guy, I knew this guy in school, or, I worked with him on a small production, and I know everybody loves him, and I know everybody loves his characters now. I hate to say it, this guy is a bad guy. Again, I think that whisper network exists for everybody. I think everybody out there has enemies who wait for them to have their moment of downfall and seize upon it. But it is interesting the way they're talking about it. Like there's some sort of secret history of problems that we don't know about that is going to slowly start leaking out. Again, I don't want to bury the guy without evidence, but I find it interesting the way people are talking about him. These charges may be the beginning of further allegations about Major's behavior. After his arrest, 2 different directors spoke publicly about what one called Major's emotionally violent / professionally abusive history. Not good. Majors has contested the allegations, obviously, and the news has prompted shock across social media. Now, Majors was, let's be clear, this is the height of his career. He's coming up. He's the big villain in the new Marvel films, probably making a ton of money for each of those appearances. Not to mention, he's was recently in a bunch of advertisements for the Army, which was very interesting. Majored in theater at North Carolina, master's from Yale. TMZ broke the story on Saturday afternoon. So let's get into the actual arrest. Let's go to what TMZ first reported. Look at the initial report. TMZ. Say what you will about TMZ. They're vultures. They're paparazzi, but man, they break these stories. I don't know how they get these stories. I guess everybody just knows to call them if you have a story. Okay, Jonathan Majors arrested in New York, according to police, accused of putting hands on a woman. John's team is calling BS. Law enforcement tell us the actor was booked Saturday morning, again on charges of strangulation, assault, and harassment. This was a call for service around 11 a.m. in the Chelsea neighborhood of Manhattan, so I'm going to assume the girlfriend called 911. The alleged victim relayed to police that Majors had gotten into a dispute with her and proceeded to attack her. Exact relationship is unknown. We have now confirmed that is the girlfriend. Alleged victim had visible injuries, including a laceration behind her ear, redness, and marks to her face. Taken to an area hospital in stable condition. Majors was cuffed, taken to jail on the spot, as police felt there was enough evidence for probable cause. Well, here's where this gets complicated. Do I have this story here? Is this the one? Jonathan Majors' attorney says the woman who accused him of assault has taken back her allegations after he was arrested in New York. So you go, well, there you go. Okay, well, if she took back the allegations, surely he must be innocent. Well, maybe. The other argument you could make is his girlfriend goes, got attacked by him, was like, oh my God, I got to call the police. I don't know what this guy's going to do. And now that it's all behind them, she goes, fuck, this could fuck up his career. This could fuck up our life. This could fuck up the money we got coming in. Never mind, nothing happened. It's possible that she's regretting getting law enforcement involved. Doesn't mean that she was lying to begin with. And again, as far as I understand, this is the girlfriend, right? They keep referring to her as a woman, but then we're getting from here that it is confirmed that this is the girlfriend. Major's girl. Okay, here we go. A statement, or let's go back up a little bit. Majors called the police himself out of stated concern for his girlfriend. From one report. Well, we'll see if that's true. It seems, but some reports are saying she called 911. So if he called 911 himself, that looks very good for him. But we're getting mixed reports. That should be something that should be easy to clear up, though, because I believe 911 calls are public record. Now, after arriving at the scene, again, minor injuries observed to the woman, arrested Majors, but a statement released Sunday by Majors' attorney says that Majors is the victim. The woman has recanted her accusations in 2 written statements, and that video footage and other witness testimony will support Majors. His girlfriend was in the middle of an emotional crisis, after which she was hospitalized. Okay, it's a very complicated story. I'll say this. The fact that there are injuries on the woman is concerning. Is it possible, I don't know, she was, clawing at her own face, or she fell down or something? I don't know. Okay? Usually if there's injuries, it means somebody caused them. It's possible they're self-inflicted, but it doesn't look good. Why are there injuries on this woman? But if there is video footage, if there is witness testimony, hopefully we'll have a story very soon. Now, again, part of where this gets complicated is that there are people who have known Jonathan Majors, former directors who have worked with him, who have tweeted out various things that they have now confirmed. Originally, they were a little vague. They're like, let's see, let's get the actual tweet. From filmmaker, director assistant A.B. Allen back in February said, there's a particular actor, new on the scene, who Twitter has violently fallen head over heels for, who in actuality is a vicious, cruel, abusive human being, both professionally and in his personal life, and every new viral thirst tweet about him drives me insane. After this new news broke, Allen appeared to confirm, again, he keeps deleting his tweets, but yes, confirmed that he was talking about Majors. He clarified that he knows Majors to be emotionally violent and professionally abusive, but not physically violent. I always take that kind of stuff with a grain of salt. Look, I've been on movie sets, I've acted, I've directed actors, whatever else. It's a tough job. Anyone who tells you acting's an easy job, they don't know. It's long hours doing the same thing over and over. Emotionally, you start to unravel a little bit. So when I hear, oh, an actor lost his temper on set, a director lost their temper and yelled at an actor, I go, yeah, it's a pressure cooker being on these sets. I really can't judge a guy if he had an emotional outburst on set. That being said, clearly this person believes that Majors has gone too far. I don't know. Some people just can't handle that pressure as much, but there's also a lot of film sets, and especially small productions, that aren't run super professionally and drive everybody there insane. So I don't know exactly what caused him to have this reputation as a vicious, cruel, abusive human being, but even this guy admits he never saw him get physically violent. Actor and stage director Tim Nicolai was even more pointed, alleging in another deleted tweet that folks at Yale and the broader NYC community have known about Majors for years. Now, this is crazy, and this was the tweet I saw. He's a sociopath and abuser, and that is how virtually everyone speaks about him, said Nicolai. It's a shame it took him this long to be reported. Neither of them provided specific allegations of things Majors have done. When asked why they didn't come forward earlier, they said they did not want to name and involve the people who Majors have harmed, and both have now made their Twitter accounts private. I don't know, man. It's complicated. It's very interesting. I mean, these are guys who are kind of putting their reputation on the line to say, no, this guy's an asshole. But I also have to say, okay, well, you got to be specific. You can't just tell me, oh, we all know he's an asshole. I don't know what that means. A lot of people in Hollywood would call me an asshole. And I don't think I've ever done anything to anybody. I didn't hit nobody, okay? Why am I so defensive? I didn't hit nobody. So, I don't know. This might be shit flinging, or maybe there's something there. I don't actually know, okay? So, ultimately, we're going to see where this goes. Now, I wanted to see, I believe he's been charged. Let me see. Jonathan Majors charged, if I can spell a word. Arraigned on charges. Okay, so the fact that he's been charged, is that significant? I'll admit, I'm not the biggest legal guy, but charged with assault and aggravated harassment during his Sunday arraignment. Okay, well, that was the day after. So, again, criminal defense lawyer says that the actor, all charges will likely be dropped based on evidence. This includes video footage from the vehicle where the episode took place. I know it was a vehicle. There's more. Everywhere you go, there's like a million different vehicles. Nobody's got the whole story. Witness testimony from the driver and others who both saw and heard the episode. 2 written statements from the woman recanting those allegations. Okay, so we're going to have to wait to see what comes out. I found a very offensive picture. Please don't get mad at me. Okay. All right. I said I wasn't going to laugh, but somebody else brought this up. I said, we're not making light of the situation. A little bit we are. It's funny when the comic book guy goes and chokes women. You're like, what are you doing? I never understand these actors and these actresses. You have everything going right. I would wear handcuffs every day and have someone feed me through a straw just to make sure I never hit a woman or touch anything wrong or whatever, okay? I don't understand why you don't live the life of a pious saint with the amount of Marvel money. You only got to go like 5 years, make a bunch of stupid franchise films. Just go 5 years without doing anything. Take all the money, and then you can hit and choke whoever you want, okay? But you got to get the money first. You don't screw it up in the middle of the thing. It's like Gina Carano, and everybody's going to get mad at me for saying it. I know you got a lot of stuff to say, okay? You got a lot of opinions about transgender people and vaccines and fucking the Jews and whatever else. Just wait. Get the money, and then after you have the money and like 3 seasons of a Star Wars TV show, then you get off and you can say whatever you want to say about Jews. Anything you want to say. I know everybody's very furiously typing comments. You got to admit, she should have just shut up. Just shut up. I know it's a double why are we talking about Gina Carano? Guys, don't forget, subscribe to the channel, hit that button, and let me know in the comments what you think. Whose side are you on here? I mean, do we even have enough information? Will Marvel drop this guy? I think it's all going to come down to whether or not this evidence really clears him, what it shows, what we know happened. Although, again, this little whisper network talking about this guy's a sociopath that's been lurking in the wings forever, maybe they could undo him. Maybe there's some stories in his past that are going to come out. I don't know what to tell you. But what I can tell you is check out my comic book Super Killer at superkiller.org. We are launching the Kickstarter campaign next month. Get on the mailing list. You're not going to want to miss out. I love you guys. Take care of yourself. Vito Nation. I apologize to all the Gina Carano people. I always get in trouble when I talk. Just shut up. If you're an actor, don't say anything. It's that easy. I could do it. I probably couldn't do it.